Well, everybody, it is Robert Bruce with I Am the 0.45% with another video and another gun. Today's gun is the 1911. More specifically, this model is Remington 1911 R1. The 1911, I love 1911s. A little history on it. It was first designed in, 1911 during the American-Philippine War. It was used to replace the 38 revolver that we were using at the time, if I'm not mistaken, and it is the longest serving sidearm in the United States military. Until it served until 85 when it was replaced by the Beretta 9 mil, and you can actually still see this weapon in some in service, primarily like special forces, or I think Navy and Marine Corps still use some variation of the 1911 or just 45 in general. Um, so this is the Remington 1911. We'll do a quick little disassembly and probably talk about it for a few more seconds. So first thing you always do is make sure that there's no magazine in and the chamber is clear. Once you know that the chamber is clear and there's no magazine in, you're safe to take it apart. Alright, so most 1911s, when you buy them, they should come with this handy little tool. I have no clue what it's called, but I know it does. Take your handy little tool, put it over the barrel, push down, and you twist it about 90 degrees, and this part comes off. After you do that, take the slide, and I don't know if I'm just going to slide it back to right there. So that little doohickey lines up with the bolt catch, and you push it through from that side, and you pull this pin out. And once that happens, you can just slide it forward and take this, take your spring out, take the barrel tool again, and you twist it the opposite way. It'll be about a quarter of a turn, so 45 degree, I guess. And the barrel just slides right out of the upper receiver, and now you've taken it apart. Now, putting it back together. Take the barrel, put it back through. Once that gets to where it's supposed to, turn that once. Turn it back to that original 45 degree angle. The barrel's where it's supposed to be. You want this that forward, and take your spring back, put that through. Now, depending on, there's two variations for the lower receiver. There's the 70 series and the 80 series. Mine is an 80 series. So what that means is there's a little piece of metal right there that needs to be pushed down. You need to make sure it's pushed down, because if it's up when you put the slide back on and it breaks, it will not fire, because that little piece of metal pushes on that little button, and that allows the firing pin to strike the primer. So if that is broken, the firing pin won't hit the primer and the bullet will not go forward. So that's down, and you slide that back in. You take that That goes back in. Bolt goes all the way forward. Fix that on the computer. Then you take the spring. Now this is something you want to be a little careful about. If you don't do it right, this will fly across the room. Make sure you get it as far in as possible with your finger, and then you want to twist that so that way that does not shoot out. Then you can either push the spring back down and twist it, or take your tool and turn it back to the way it's supposed to be. I love 1911s. The 1911 is, in my mind, one of the best pistols ever made. I'm not really a Glock person. I'm a 1911 person. I don't care about the magazine capacity. I like how 1911 looks. I love how it feels. I love how it fires. A lot of people don't think that a 45 is that accurate of a round. I do. I love it because it's such a big round. When you hit your target, if it's a person, it generally stops going forward, which is the reason why the U.S. military switched to the 1911, is because when you shot someone, they stopped moving. So, yeah, love it. I don't care that it only has 7 rounds in the magazine. I carry a second magazine and a second firearm for that reason. I should never have to get to a second magazine or a second firearm, but the fact is, you might need it, and that's why I do it. That's why I have it. But even when I carried my Smith & Wesson, which had a magazine capacity of 16 plus 1, I still always had a second firearm on me. It was only that little Beretta 25 I had, but now I carry 2 full size. Because fuck you, that's why. And yeah, I also like the fact that this, unlike a Glock or my Smith & Wesson, has an external hammer, so that way I can have a round in the chamber and the hammer down, and I don't have to worry about that. And it also has a safety, because my Smith & Wesson doesn't have a safety on it. My Smith & Wesson is basically a Glock, and the fact that there's no safety in the way you take it apart, you got the two little pins that you push down, and yeah, that was 1911. I love them. I love the Remington version of it because it has like the old school type of feel, look, and it's just an amazing weapon to shoot. I find it to be very accurate, and this video is very long, so I'm gonna end it right there. Comment, rate, subscribe, share, and all that other good stuff. See ya.